there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. One might say I'm Blackberry happy to see you. Ah? Ah? You get it. Anyway, welcome back. That's right, we are here and we are trying Dr. Pepper's Blackberry Soda. Now, I was stoked. I'm a huge Dr. Pepper fan, which should come as a shock to, oh, I don't know, none of you. But I was stoked, honestly, when they announced that they were not only releasing a new Dr. Pepper flavor. If you recall, the creamy coconut from last year, their limited time flavor, was like one of my top five for 2024. So I was like hella stoked. But not only that, but that they were releasing a blackberry flavor. Um, Blackberries are, I don't want to say they're quintessentially a southern treat, but I think about them in cobblers and all sorts of things. Um, and honestly, so I say, oh, a southern treat, and I'm about to talk about Canada Dry. Um, but like Canada Dry, like every year releases um like a Christmas variant where they have like three different flavors of, well, Canada Dry. They got the regular, they have a Canada Dry with cranberry, and they have a Canada Dry with blackberry. And like by far, that is my favorite variant on ginger ale. So when they said blackberry, I was stoked. But little did I know the controversy that would envelop. So one of my coworkers at work, hey Julian, if you're watching, um, told me about this too, and she was like, "Have you tried it?" And I said, "No," and she was very good about not wanting to ruin the experience or like taint like what I thought about it. But I told her, "Hey, roll with it," and she said that she loved it, that she enjoyed all of it, which was made me super stoked. But then uh, Chief Procurement Officer Porter messages me and said, "Hey, yo, I found that Dr. Pepper Blackberry," and I said, "Well, what did you think?" And she didn't like it at all. um, and in fact, even on Facebook, uh, Joy, who watches like all the videos and reads my blurbs, noted that while she loved the soda, her son did not. So a little did I know that this soda was going to be exceedingly divisive. I was surprised, which means, of course, that I have to court controversy on the channel. So I was gonna try it. Um, so I don't have a lot to say about it. I am a little intrigued why they chose BlackBerry. I did a smidgen of research, you know me. Um, and it turns out that I guess in the soda zeitgeist that blackberry flavored things are like surging in popularity. Um, More so than expected. So I guess it makes sense that Dr. Pepper went with blackberry, since it's a new flavor. Um, but other than that, like, and I would say for the most part, I really can't think of a Dr. Pepper flavor where I have been off put by a collaboration that they've done with another flavor. Like their dark berry that comes out every few years, which I kind of admit, I hope it tastes a little bit like this. They release that dark berry every time like a new blockbuster film or something comes out. I love that thing. Uh, they have Dr. Pepper cherry. Love that. Dr. Pepper with cream. Love that. All of this to say that I'm probably not the most biased, most unbiased person when it comes to Dr. Pepper. Um, but also, Dr. Pepper is also the number two most popular soda in the US. So it overtook Pepsi last year. So I'm not the only one, is what I'm saying. So with that, let's kind of get into this. First things first, let's look at the label. Um, I I mean, I kind of think this is a little basic, but that being said, it matches the branding of their other Pepper variants. Like the cream one has like an off yellow or not off yellow, off white, like sort of color scheme. And the cherry now has like a vibrant red in addition to this maroon. I don't think the contrast is that good on that one either. And of course, they have the fruit. So if you weren't sure what you were getting, you got it now. I also want to note that there is a zero sugar variant that I couldn't find for the channel. I'm going to keep a lookout because I honestly I like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Oh, and I was going to say also the strawberries and cream, like Dr. Pepper, aces. You know, chef's kiss, no notes. Um, but yeah, I couldn't find a zero sugar, but Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is very good. So I'm on the lookout. With that, oh, I can smell that from the bottle. Yeah, yeah, that smells very strongly. I don't want to say like more like blackberry syrup. Like it smells like it smells like cooked blackberries, for lack of a better word. I talked about earlier blackberry cobbler, like the blackberry with some sugar. That's what that smells like. It's like a sweet, syrupy sort of, or and maybe this is because my husband drinks it. It also makes me think of blackberry brandy. Like my husband likes to do a shot of that with his friends when they're in Wisconsin. Um, it kind of reminds me of that, like a blackberry liqueur like scent. Yeah, definitely that. And with that, bottoms up. Porter, I hate that you had to find out this way, but I think I actually agree with my coworker. Like, I find that delicious. Now, is it overly sweet a little bit? Sure. I'm very intrigued on finding the zero sugar because I think that's going to be perfect for me. I like that a lot. Um, but this, for me, very good. I think the blackberry does a good job of softening some of the bite from the original Dr. Pepper flavor. Um, Dr. Pepper on its own has a little bit of a sharpness to it. Maybe it's all those 23 other flavors in it, but and it's a flavor and it's a sharpness that I like. I like that it's got a little bit of a bite, but the blackberry does a good job of softening that in a way that I think really plays well with the Dr. Pepper. Now, there is a hint of it like in the back, right, the aftertaste, where it is starting to tilt a little bit over into being too sweet. Um, I wouldn't drink more than one in a sitting. I mean, I probably wouldn't drink more than one anyway, in most sugar sodas. But I I like this quite a bit. It really is the equivalent if you had blackberry syrup and pouring it into your Dr. Pepper, which for some folks that's probably makes it sound very good, and for some folks they are very off foot right now. Um, but I like that. I like that quite a bit. I uh, I don't know if I like it better than the strawberries and cream or the Dr. Pepper cherry, but it's really good. I'd say if you can, maybe go get a bottle versus a 12 pack. I just think that there is a point where it tips a little bit over into being a little too sweet. And when that time comes, you're not going to want to be stuck with like 11 more cans. Having a bottle, I think you'd be good. But I liked that. I liked that a lot. So I would get it. Um, I feel like I keep kind of like coming back to like, but also one of the complaints I saw leveled at it is that it tasted a little bit like having some kind of like cough syrup put in there, and I think I could see that too. I know I'm not making it sound appealing. Let me assure you, I really did like it. I would drink this again. Um, and I would suggest you do too if you like Dr. Pepper. Um, but definitely with this, I would be more intrigued to see what the zero sugar tasted like because the longer I sit here, the more that I'm like, I enjoyed it, but definitely there's a little bit too much sweet for me. Um, but yeah, yeah, kudos to you, Dr. Pepper. Haven't really failed yet. A plus plus. Well, okay, A minus. Next week we are trying another. It must be the season of new release sodas from our big brands. So next week I am trying the Coca-Cola orange cream flavor. I'm looking forward to it. My mom used to love like creamsicles, and I may or may not have a special guest who also liked orange cream. I'll give you a hint. He lives with me. uh, anyway, yeah, next week Mr. Weird will be joining us on the channel to try the orange cream Dr. Pepper, orange cream Coca-Cola. Really looking forward to it. Until next time, drink weird and I don't know, like go out and try to find a flavor that Dr. Pepper doesn't mix well with. Uh, I challenge you to a Dr. Pepper duel. See you next time.